Hello, how are you doing? In this section, we'll see about CSS gradients. In CSS, there are different types of gradients, such as linear gradient, which moves down, up, left, right, or diagonally, or radial gradient, mostly which is defined by its center. So you define the center and it grows outside of the center. And the conic gradient rotated around center point. So you define center point. So let's say about linear gradient. As you see on the screen, the linear gradient, near the top like that, we can use the background image, for example, property, then we can give linear gradient, then the direction, so top to bottom or to the bottom, to right or to left, you can define, then color stops, you can define one or more, two or more color stops. So let's see how we do it on practically. Here we have a div of ID having test gradient 1. Then here we put so the first is we talk it is the direction. The default is top to bottom, so we can leave it, and we have to define two or more colors. So let's define some colors, blue to light blue. So let's see what it looks like on the screen. As you see, the gradient comes from blue to light blue. So we can change the direction to other types, for example, to right. So if you want to add directions, simply add direction before the color. So to right, then comma, colors. So if now I refresh it, it shifts from left to right. So the color is faded from left to right. This is the linear gradient direction. We can also use to bottom right. So which means diagonally. We can make the diagonally to bottom, then right. Now, as you see the cursor, it comes from this way to this way. If I refresh it, so the gradient color comes in this way. So here we get the most light color is here we get the dark blue, and here light blue color. So we can use colors in different formats. That is how we apply linear gradients. The other color type is radial gradient type, which is or defined by its center. So the center color is defined, then other colors can be defined. So in order to apply gradient colors, we use at least 2 colors. So let's see how we apply gradient color. Here we have a div with the idea of radial test. So in order to apply CSS, we use ID selector, radial test. Then let's have some content here. So the same way we apply some width and height. Let's make it 100 with 100. And if the browser does not support gradients, so let's have background color of light blue. Then let's apply background image of linear, then gradients. Then we can have shape. By default, the shape of the radial gradient is ellipse. So if we leave it as empty, it will be an ellipse. So let's, for the first time, let's make it ellipse. So then number of colors. So green, then yellow, and red. So let's save it, and when we refresh the page, we get another page. So as you see, here is the radial gradient having a width and height. So in order to see it as an ellipse, let's have some change here. Instead of 100%, let's make the width to 250 pixels so that we see an ellipse form. So if we refresh, now we see it is somehow elliptic radial gradient. So in order to apply the radial gradient, we use radial gradient. Then we can apply colors, so green, yellow, and red. Let's make it. So the shape is by default. It will become ellipse. So let's refresh to see the green, yellow, and red gradients are created. We can change the shape to circle, direct circle. So if you increase, for example, the width here in order to see it, it is ellipse. As you see, the width is ellipse. So if you want to make the shape to circle, you use circle here. Then we can define that. So you see, the shape becomes perfect circle. That is how we change the shape in radial gradients. So that is how we apply radial gradient.